Hey guys, Rexlent here. Once again, this is another quick overview of all you need to know about a new mental damage 6-star healer, Tooth Fairy. So let's get straight into it. Tooth Fairy is a decent healer for any team that also provides crit-oriented support. Starting with her Insight passive, she has a unique stacking buff called Baby Teeth that is accumulated based on actions taken by any character. Using an incantation or ultimate is considered an action, but not moving and merging cards. So she starts the battle with 3 stacks immediately, and once it reaches 5 stacks, Tooth Fairy will place a crit resist and crit defense down debuff on all enemies for 1 round. The Baby Teeth stacks will only activate on the ground with 5 stacks on. So if you look at Insight 1, it says that it will automatically consume 5 stacks and cannot trigger if Baby Teeth are insufficient. That's when you look at her Insight 3, which gives her an additional 2 stacks at the beginning of the battle, giving you a head start on crits. Insight 3 also gives a bonus of 10% missing HP healing whenever Baby Teeth are triggered, so TLDR, Tooth Fairy is highly recommended to be Insight 3. Additionally, on the topic of crits, if you're new to the concept of crits in this game, crit resist and crit defense are on the different sides of the same coin as crit rate and crit damage. So if an enemy has crit resist minus 15%, that translates to you having 15% more crit rate on them. Same for crit defense, meaning you would be doing the crit damage equivalent to them. Pretty straightforward. Next, let's look at our first incantation, Empty Gums. Single target attack with average damage percentage. The highlight of this skill is that it gives 1 stack of confusion to the enemy. Confusion places crit resist minus 25% on them and is stackable. Higher stars of this incantation only affects the damage. Since the confusion only lasts 1 round, you'd want to use this as the first action of every round to support subsequent attacks. And since confusion can stack, you may even use consecutive empty gums for 2 stacks of confusion if the situation calls for it. Her second incantation, Lullaby, is a healing skill. Straight up mass healing for everyone and also comes with a 30% crit rate. So this burst healing coupled with her I3 healing effect makes Tooth Fairy a potent healer to have in any team. Higher stars of this only affects the healing amount. Next up, her ultimate. Song for the Bad Tooth is a single target attack and also comes with 30% crit rate. When the ultimate crits, Tooth Fairy will cleanse the team of virtually every debuff, stats down, negative status, and control status. Assuming the enemy has 0 or low crit resist, the plus 30% crit rate coupled with her base crit rate, any confusion stack, and her Baby Teeth debuff is close to already 100% crit rate for this. By now, you can already tell that Tooth Fairy is a top tier healer with decent burst healing, crit support, and debuff cleanse on ult. The caveat to her kit is that the debuffs only last 1 round, so you'll have to plan your burst damage around it, which brings us to the next section that addresses this, the portrayals. If you decide to use her mainly for healing with a side of crit support, then P0 does the job. Otherwise, you can look at P2, which extends her Baby Teeth debuff to 2 rounds instead of 1, giving you more leeway to work your crits. With Baby Teeth lasting 2 rounds also means that the debuff is pretty much perpetual since it only takes 5 actions to activate and refresh the duration. Apart from that, if you want to fully commit to the crit, then you can look at P5, which upgrades her Baby Teeth debuff to 25% crit defense and crit resist down. This can be useful in future patches where enemies are designed with more crit resist. Otherwise, P2 is the ideal stopping point for her. Moving on to Resonate. Resonate 10 is ideal as you want to squeeze out as much crit rate and damage as possible for her to help with her ult and heal crits. Once again, credits and links in the description below for the various optimal Resonate arrangements. For her Psychube, we have Beyond Wonderland in the event shop this time and it's ideal for her. While we're on this page, most of her Insight materials are also in the event shop, so that should alleviate some grind to upgrade her. For the Beyond Wonderland Psychube, every time she uses her debuff incantation, she gets a stacking heal rate buff and also a simple crit rate increase which complements everything she does in her kit. The Inquisitive tier Psychube is an alternative if you want to focus more on healing since it heals the lowest HP member and also has a base stat of increased healing done. Otherwise, just stick to Beyond Wonderland for most occasions. In closing, Tooth Fairy is a worthwhile addition to your roster since there aren't really that many healers to come by that also packs the amount of utility as her, so she's extremely unique in that regard. Team composition wise, she can be placed in virtually any party. Even more beneficial for crit-reliant characters like Lilia or regulars where they have crit conditions in their skills. Tooth Fairy worth to pull? Definitely. Lastly, there will be a 14-day login streak reward campaign called Winter Warmth that gives up to a total of 14 summons. The event itself will also have more currencies and rewards up for grabs, so it'll be way more pulls than that once you add them all up. We've come to the end of the overview for Tooth Fairy, and the download link and spreadsheet will be in the description below. Consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.